The power, adrenaline, and sheer challenge that snowmobile race competitions represent is all based on excitement. And topping the charts in delivering excitement is the world's toughest snowmobile endurance race going, Cain's Quest. Welcome to Labrador, a land known for its extended winter season and beautiful, rugged landscape. With a seemingly never-ending majestic horizon that is unlike any other northern region in Canada, and a people that once greeted will always be remembered for their genuine warmth and hospitality, Labrador is the perfect setting for an event that is all about challenging one's passion and ability well beyond what was previously considered as benchmarks.
It's a long endurance race. It takes a lot of toll on the racers coming from Labrador City through Churchill into Goose Bay.
I think some of the riders are more, beat up than a lot of the sleds.
My partner's in the room. He hasn't got a bone in his body that's not aching. He's a bit younger. See, he hasn't got adapted to this kind of lifestyle.
Your hands are a little bit tired and. You can't quite hold on the same.
Emotionally, an absolute wreck. I feel like I've been wrung out and hung up to dry. This is bad.
Nothing here is easy.
2006 was its inaugural year. In 2008, with so much interest, in just 2 years, the race successfully doubled its size, boasting 27 teams representing Labrador, Quebec, Nova Scotia, Ontario, Maine, New Hampshire, Minnesota, and Idaho, making its mark on the racing circuit as one of the most challenging and extreme professional sporting events in the world. As the race teams came from across the North American snowbelt, so too did the exposure from the media, taking Cain's Quest and its supporters to new heights. News and magazine journalists, as well as the crews from various TV programs and networks, and radio, web, and multimedia reporters were all on hand. This media coverage, coupled with the first ever dedicated Cain's Quest TV program, produced and promoted by Snowmobiler TV, elevated Cain's Quest sponsors from supporters of a great snowmobile event into being part of a major North American media package. With the assistance of fantastic pilots navigating crews and helicopters across the frozen backcountry, TV cameras captured footage that truly demonstrates that Cain's Quest is neither for wannabe racers nor for the faint of heart. Lightweights beware. This is a men of men's race that is unforgiving and relentless. Competitors become unified as they realize the real challenger is the challenge itself. The topography, the cold, the snow, the open water, and ultimately the toll on man and machine. The main goal is survival, and that takes a group effort well beyond the partners of individual teams.
When your friends and stuff and your buddies for your support crews and stuff like that come out and they do what they can do for you, it sends a lot of different emotions through me, and I got to thank my support crew because they've been phenomenal.
Just that part of the trail alone, that's the part of the trail that separates extreme skiers to the just the average Joe snowmobiler. Yeah. Because that pushes your machine to the limits and yourself.
I miss my bed, my home, my dog, heat.
Once the teams have left the start line, technology kicks in, bringing Cain's Quest into the homes and offices of race fans and snowmobile enthusiasts across the globe.
It's actually a hardware system plus a software system. The Guardian Mobility makes the tracking devices, which are GPS receivers with transmitters that go to a low Earth orbit satellite network, reeling the positions every 12 minutes. And then this year, a spin-off of Guardian called Rimrot is taking all those positions and mapping them in pretty much near real time for a worldwide audience. That also includes pictures that are uploaded from just about anybody who's been involved with the CAINS Quest race, and updates as they're happening. First and foremost, it's a safety feature. If a racer gets into trouble, we always know what their track was up until the last point where they get into trouble. And this year we've actually got these alert push buttons that when a racer presses, immediately relays their lat long and places them on a map. It's the biggest single event we've ever hosted, and we've been doing it for 3 years. Over 577,000 page views. In television terms, in terms of like presentations, it's like 2 years of watching TV. The traffic's been coming from over 40 countries, now predominantly Canada and the US, but there are people from far-flung, from England to Africa to India and Indonesia, if you can believe it. People on average are watching the race for 40 minutes at a time. And that's really unheard of in internet time. People are usually reading an article here, looking for a minute. It's a very transient kind of medium, but it's just phenomenal the kind of reception this has got. It's just great. Great for the sponsors, great for the CAINS Quest, great for the racers.
Well, this is 3 years in the making. When you consider that there were 4 teams here from the States, a couple of teams from Ontario and Quebec, and from our province and from Nova Scotia, and that short space of time in 3 years, it tells you that whoever's been working on this have done a tremendous job, and we as a government and we as a province are very pleased with that.
If snowmobile endurance racing is something you believe you're good at, ask yourself, are you up for the challenge? Because CAINS Quest is all that. If you're a company seeking access to millions of snowmobilers and winter power sport enthusiasts, CAINS Quest and the media package it delivers needs to be one of your marketing considerations. CAINSQuest.com has all the details to get you involved.
I want it all.